There is a longing set in all of us. It's brought about in times of distress. Hey guys, I'm Cassidy with Average Christian. I take a look at music and artists through the lens of the Bible. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm an average Christian. He says you have to watch Last Resort, Ronald, and then Prequel. So today we're going to be looking at Last Resort. I don't even think I've seen this one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Brutalist structures.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
Okay, so I was trying not to make any Papa Roach jokes, but I guess this is literally that. So, does anybody know if he actually plays piano? Is that really him? I would imagine for this is probably session, whether it's him or somebody else, but I'm just kind of curious if anybody's seen him do it live. So kind of curious.
This is my last resort. Cut my life into pieces. Erase my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong or it be?
The costumes in this look pretty sick. That's pretty cool. I like that. Just those monotones. They know what they're doing with color. I really like their videos every single chance I get to see some of them. They do awesome work, whoever they got doing this stuff for them.
Would it be wrong or it be right? If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I'm contemplating suicide.
Oh, hey, have you subscribed yet? If you haven't, go ahead and do that. We're going to be looking at more of this. And if you have some other suggestions, send them my way. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. The operator, I think that was your name, 369. Anyway, my dude, or whoever wants to comment on this. So we're doing all four. I've already watched Watch the World Burn. And then there was kind of a lot of rage in there. A lot of targeting of people. Some of the comments have led me to believe it's more there's bad feelings towards church management. I would imagine that's some people in the church too. But after kind of getting some of that anger out through that, through Watch the World Burn, it's just interesting. This one is like stripped back. Of course, I remember the original song of this, but this has such a different feeling. I'm curious if there's anything I need to like piece together, because there's anger in the previous video. This one is more of just like, man, I'm losing my hold on life. I don't want to say the same lyrics with that. It's like I'm contemplating stuff that could just end things. So I'm trying to figure out what the tie is in between these. So we'll keep going.
Contemplating suicide. 'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I am fine. I never realized I was spread too thin till it was too late and I was empty within, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Down.
So I'm going to back up a little bit and just kind of, I might even throw captions on this. So frustrating, but I want to make sure I understand what this boy's saying here.
Till it was too late and I was empty within, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Downward spiral, where do I begin? It all started when I lost my mother. No love for myself and no love for another. To find a lover on a higher level, finding nothing but questions and devils.
I don't remember the second verse at all, but with this, I feel like it gives just like a different feel to the song. And it's funny. It's almost like I did see it's a reimagining of the song. Like, obviously, this is original lyrics here. So is that something that happened to Ronnie as well? I don't know. Or if he's playing this song and being true to it.
'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing is
That's sick. I was kind of wondering if he put a little bit more of some harsh vocals on that towards the end.
It's nice.
Gets the people going.
Got a little bit of that, a little distortion, but you know, we always want like just a little bit more. That looks so cool. So we're about to get the distortion that I was hoping for. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like deconstruction, reconstruction. I'm curious to see where these songs go. I don't know yet. That's crazy. So how did Watch the World Burn end? Is this like a typical, I haven't seen anybody react to these in this way. And this is kind of cool. I want to go back to the second verse. This might not be exactly Ronnie's story. I get that. I'm going to talk about this from the writer's perspective. But man, losing somebody precious to you is such a hard thing to get through. There's nobody that's really on the same level that I've lost that he's talking about in this song. I can only imagine life happens, death happens. It's a matter of when. It's going to be something that it'll challenge your faith. Hopefully it doesn't rock your faith. I understand if it's something that rocks your faith. Regardless, it's going to be a challenge. And that's said in the lightest possible way. I get that. Losing somebody precious to you is one of the worst things to experience. So like going back through a love upon a higher level. Yeah, it's interesting just like searching for something when I think we all kind of end up searching for something anyway, even if we're not losing somebody. But then like there is a longing set in all of us, I believe, that is, it's brought about in times of distress. Where does this go? To find a love upon a higher level, finding nothing but questions and devils. Losing somebody can be a really, really, really harsh time. I get that, where it might not seem like anything makes sense. It might not seem like you can ever have peace again. Okay, where I'm going to take this. So even kind of considering the lyrics of this, and obviously there's some, I'm not even sure if I can say the word on YouTube, but I don't think Ronnie is really considering Suey in this song. I think it's more of like talking. I think it's obviously taking the words from somebody else, but something that means a lot to you and means something to you in this situation. The music video just kind of painted a picture that it feels like everything's crumbling around you. I get that, and I get how it can feel like, okay, there's this one way out. It's crazy because it is a very selfish decision, and that's hard to say, just because I would assume at some point there's going to be somebody who watches this video who is considering Suey, and I honestly believe that more people have more impact than they realize. But sometimes that's often realized after the fact, or other people realize it after the fact. And so if that's something you're realistically considering, comment, send me a message. I'd love to talk. It is something that a lot of people deal with, or have at least dealt with at some point in their life. It's a dark place. I don't want you guys to stay there as much as possible. But I think it's interesting that going back to the loss of a loved one, so getting away from more of the Suey talk and more into losing a precious loved one and figuring out what to do. So going back to, I'm a Christian and I have a hope that death is not the end all be all. And so I have a hope in the gospel, and that there is a unification with God later on after this life for me. Or should things go a little quicker? I don't want to go into the whole crazy theological rabbit hole. I think it's interesting if, from a Christian's perspective, 1 Corinthians 15. Now, when this perishable, as in a body, puts on the imperishable, so when my body puts on an imperishable or immortal body, and this mortal puts on immortality, then the saying that is written will happen. Death has been swallowed up in victory. Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? So being a Jesus believer when it comes to death has a little bit more of a unique aspect to it. When somebody that dies, that I'll say is a believer, was a believer, however you want to put that, it's a little bit different story, where it doesn't feel like, okay, their story's ended. It's their story's continuing, and not in a bad way. I think it's interesting that, especially the last video, Watch the World Burn, there is very much a bad outlook on the general church. And I think some of the guys commenting just from a perspective on fear, but it's, anyway, long story short, my faith has kind of developed maybe from fear initially. I don't even think it was fear initially. So there was fear somewhere in that, and it's kind of strayed a little bit further away from fear. It's still, I don't want to access hell, whether hell is how bad hell is, or whether the worst part of hell is being void and distant from God. So man, death has been swallowed up in victory. Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? That scripture is relevant to the price that Jesus paid on the cross. I'm actually clean. I don't have a tattoo, but my first tattoo will be a depiction of this verse. That is pretty sick. So, okay, that's song 2. I may or may not start song 3 because it's getting a little late tonight, but I'm really curious to see where this goes in this whole journey with Ronnie and the band. So if you like what you hear, go ahead and comment, subscribe. Would love to have you kind of going on this journey with us. And if you're curious on next steps, let me know. I mentioned that in the last video. It's been a little bit of time since then. I've had some trips going on, some different things, but I am in the process of getting some things together, and I've only got so much time, and I'm trying to use it the wisest ways that I can. So thank you guys so much for checking this out. Appreciate you guys, and see you in the next one.